Now I'm going to be showing you a fly that I... Now this is a fly I actually copied from a book. It's called 2 Centuries of Soft Hackle Flies by Sylvester Names. Now it's a slight variant of the fly that's in the book, but it's really his pattern. It's a pale watery nymph pattern that he ties, and this worked extremely well for a friend of mine. And obviously I'm tying some more, so I'm going to show you how to tie it. The materials I used was what I basically worked around what I had, and you can do the same, get something that's close, but it's a good pattern and certainly worth tying. Now it is classed more as a nymph, more so with the tail, though it was very wet fly like. Now the hook I'm using, this is an all-purpose medium. It's a wet fly hook. This one's from Full and Wool. You can use it for a nymph as well. Now the thread I'm going to be using is the uni thread in yellow in 8/0. Just going to run the wax through the thread to get it started. Now I'm going to put down a layer of thread from the eye and basically stop between the point and the barb of the hook, and we tie in some tail fibres. Now there's the point there. Tail fibres I'm just going to use, this is just an Indian cock neck. It's a light ginger. It's a lovely wee fire colour, just using one of the big hackles. Use a few fibres from that. Now all I do is bring them 90 degrees from the stem, and this will line them up, and you can take them away and tie them on for the tail. Tail length, you're looking shank at the hook, and then we just simply have the waist ends towards myself, then use this turn to lift these fibres on top. Keep a hold of them, and then you're looking to form a small tag with the thread, maybe 6 or so, 7 turns. Trim it to points maybe around about 2 to 3 mil from the eye. Now this is a natural grey feather. Now the feathers you're looking for is like a greylag goose or dyed turkey or natural turkey grey. You can get it, but this is a colour you're looking for, or if you haven't got this, use a natural grey dubbing, maybe like mole and muskrat or something like that. Now I'm just going to take about, say, 6 or so fibres, just bring them straight out and then tear them away. Then we tie these in at the tip, but what I do is I just basically come over with a loose turn, slide these into the tips of the fibres, and then we work our way up nice and tight. So see, I have waxed the thread, so there's plenty of grip there. And then to this point here. Now to protect this, I'm going to wind over some super glue. This is a Full and Wool super glue. It comes with a brush. Now you could use a light coat of varnish, or you could rub it, it's up to yourself, but I prefer just to do it. So I like just to see the grey itself. Now because you've caught this in at the tip and you wind up, you're naturally going to build up a taper because the fibre is going to get thicker as you wind. And you see that nice fibre you've got there. That's why I don't want to rib it. To this point here, across your thread, 2 or 3 turns, and then trim away the waist. Now we've got a pale olive dubbing. This is a rabbit dubbing, a soft dubbing you're looking for. Just going to lightly dub that onto the thread. Continue with the taper. Now just a tiny bit more. Slide it up and then draw back any fibres going towards the eye, draw them back. There we are, so you get that nice shape. Now for the hackle could be like a natural grey, or this is a hen neck I'm using here. Now this is a Coq de Leon, it's a whitened Coq de Leon hen neck. It's one of the nicest colours I've used for tying these flies, and if you come across it, it's certainly worth buying. You don't want the fibres to be too long, you want to keep that sort of nymph type shape. Now I use a light pair of Hackle pliers. This is them here, I've had them for years and years. Now light Hackle pliers, you don't want heavy Hackle pliers. Now I'm just going to catch the tip of the feather with the hackle pliers at this point, pull out the tip, trim it away. Now make sure you have a wee bit of wax on your thread, make sure it doesn't slip, and then we can catch this in. Any wee fibres you see there going forward, draw them back and hold them back with the thread turn. Go back to your hackle pliers, and then we're going to wind this. Now you're looking, for this feather I'm looking 2 to 3 turns. Now as I say, don't want the fibres too long because you want to keep it more nymph shape, slightly shorter. Into a second turn, and then into a third turn. Just going to come across the thread, and then keep the thread tight and wind a couple of turns, and then take away your hackle pliers. Now for security, what I like to do is draw back and keep the thread tight, draw back the hackle, and then form a small head. And go straight in and whip finish. Ignore that at this point. And then you're looking 3 to 4 turns of whip finish. Make sure it's tight. You can trim away a thread. Just bring out your hackle. Trim that away. Now I will get another fly out of that, believe it or not. I will get another fly, so don't throw it away. See how things are looking? That's fine. That's it. It's a simple wee fly, and just a wee bit of varnish onto the head. Trim away this fibre. One coat of varnish is enough. I don't think you need to go back with another one. One will hold it. Now just lightly come round. Don't worry if you get some varnish in the eye, we can always clean that out. And we can use a piece of wire or so, or even your dubbing needle. Make sure the eye's clean. And there we are. And it's a lovely wee nymph, wet type fly.